Adelia's question answered in record time. Welcome back, everybody, to Rewatchers Council, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer edition, the flagship Rewatchers Council, guys. Wow, look at the councilman joining me today. First off, back from the Hellmouth itself, Adelia Chamberlain. Adelia.
It's. I feel like I've been through hell the last few months, so
Sure.
I know I haven't been on here as much as I would like to have been, but hopefully we can get back to normal. Though I already won't be here next week.
Next up, that's unsurprising. Next up, back from studying abroad, perhaps, we have the one they call here on the old internet, Brennan Marr. Brennan, how you doing?
Good, good. The weather has actually been nice, so I don't feel like I've been living in the Hellmouth.
Oh,
Uh,
it's finally been rainy and stuff here. It's been so dry and so many forest fires and stuff like that. But actually, some rain, much needed rain up here in Canada, so that's good for us. A little less smoky.
how's it going, Shug?
Sugar
So,
Sugar Cat. Yay.
guys, we're going to talk about this year's girl, not last year's, as you wanted to talk about, Adelia. For goodness sakes,
No,
we're going to talk about this year's girl.
this year's girl.
Now, this particular program was originally aired February 22nd, 2000. Written by a good old Doug Petrie. The last one he wrote, The Initiative. He writes quite a few, I think, in this season. Directed by Michael Gershman. His last was A New Man. Everyone seemed to like that episode, as far as I can remember. Now, pop culture-wise, guys, the number one movie, and I remember seeing this one in the theaters for some reason, The Whole 9 Yards.
Oh my gosh.
The number one movie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Bruce Willis's, and was it Chandler from Friends? Is that right? Number one song, guys. Still holding on to number one. What a Girl Wants by ex-Tina Aguilera.
That was a big song.
I remember that song, yes.
Yep.
I think this was before she used the X. I think she was just commonly known as Christina.
Christina.
Christina. Now,
yes, I do remember that song very well.
I'm going to skip to the Canadian number one because for some reason it's still Faded by Soul Decision. If you haven't listened to it, like I said before, as a boy band song, it's listenable. It's fine. It's not the worst thing. That it had to say number one for this long, I think, couldn't be solely targeted as CanCon. You had to have so much Canadian content on the air here in Canada. So this one got played.
Canada.
The important one this week in 2000, when this episode came out, not this very week, but when this episode came out. Number one, Go Let It Out by Oasis. Fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic. It's about time I got to say Oasis's name on the show.
Yeah.
Gonna be watching them in like a month. I think it's a month by the time I go see them. Can't wait for that. Now, guys, enough stalling. It's DVD synopsis time. As Riley joins Buffy in the hunt for one of the Initiative's creations called Adam, Faith awakens from her coma to find she's being given one last gift from Mayor Wilkins. Spoiler alert, guys. Faith's in this episode. If you did,
The DVD synopsis is actually pretty accurate.
That one was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it leaves a lot. It doesn't get too much into the plot here. It's just
just enough.
It's an amuse-bouche, as far as synopsises go, which is fine by us. Except if you didn't want to know that Faith was in it. And guess what? In 2 seconds, you're going to see Faith anyways, because it's going to start with a Slayer dream, Adelia. But it's a little plot twist here. This isn't a Buffy one. This is Faith. Yeah. Faith having a Slayer dream. Her and Buffy making the bed. This is where we get like a clear reference to Dawn.
Yeah, I was going to say the little sister reference.
Yeah, this little sister's coming. But this is Faith's dream.
Yeah, it's very weird that it's in this.
I think they've kind of retconned it to to Dawn. I don't know if they actually meant it as Dawn or whatever,
I
because
don't
this is
know. It must
Buffy's
be that
dream.
like demon blood that's in all the Slayers.
Maybe you're right. Uh, uh, it's just Faith referring to herself, and it's just like, oh, we have this. We go. So,
Hmm.
if we do think secondish reference towards her coming, we'll find that out next season, or maybe not. I'm not saying. I'm not. No spoilers, guys. Now, no. So it ends with Buffy.
I just want to know, and I know Ferris isn't here, but I want to know what Ferris thought that line was about. Because
Yeah.
Ferris doesn't know about Dawn yet.
Yes.
But
It,
he must know who the character is because we've talked about her on the
yeah.
show.
No spoilers for a 25-year-old show.
Yes, guys, let's keep a tight lid on this. Now, yes, it's gonna end with Buffy jabbing that knife that the mayor gave her into her guts again. This time, even going a little bit deeper, and then we
Mm-hmm.
see her waking up, or not waking up, but you just see Faith, flash to Faith. The lightning bolts going off like it's Frankenstein now. A lot of Frankenstein
Ooh,
references
yes.
Yeah.
this season. Almost she's almost alive, guys.
We're
So
just missing someone saying it's alive.
no, yes, no kidding. Well, we got over at Xander's place. He's trying to fix that ray gun. He's getting pretty frustrated by it, as one would. I don't
Yeah.
know why somebody who has recently been a dishwasher and a pizza delivery guy thought he could repair a laser gun of all things, but it's not a laser gun.
Well, isn't this them still going back to Xander turned into the soldier once, so Xander knows how to work all the weapons thing that they go to from time to time?
I would say if it was a gun, if it was an M16, you had to put that together. Yeah, he
Well,
gets it.
like, I could see them being
Yeah.
like, well, you're the one out of all of us that would understand this the most, so here.
Yes. Anyways, Willow's gonna suggest just pushing a bunch of random buttons. This gets quickly vetoed.
Mhm.
Xander only vetoes it because it's a blaster, not an orgasmatrator.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
just
he
not
was very
necessary.
willing. If he was very willing,
Yeah.
if it was a different style of weapon.
Yeah.
It's just that it was
Just not necessary.
an electro ray gun here. Buffy hasn't been able to rest, it seems, since the Adam attack. It's been 3 days now. She believes she needs the blaster since her regular attacks did nothing. Yeah, nobody was able to do much against Adam. It'll be interesting hear what you guys just preliminary, like if you don't really remember what's going on, what your thoughts are about Adam so far. For me, easily the worst big bad of the
Oh, he's
entire series.
terrible.
Yeah, he's not really very interesting.
No, it gets
Like, the initiative stuff was so much more interesting to me until they, like, revealed that they're doing, like, the Atom thing, and I'm just like, "Oh, because of course they're making a big monster, of course."
yeah.
I mean,
They've
on a
done,
show that's had much better villains, he does not rank very.
Yeah.
they've done Frankenstein before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, we're
Uh,
gonna get to one of the best villains next season. We'll get there.
Her name is a holy name, Brennan. Her name is a holy name.
Yes.
Now, yes, Buffy has only heard that Riley's fine from the initiative. Then we see Xander electrocuting himself on that blaster. No one pays attention. Poor Xander.
I know, poor Xander.
There isn't many times these days when somebody's going to say, "Oh, poor Xander." This time he gets electrocuted.
Yeah.
No one even looks up. Oh
Yeah.
well. So Buffy's worried that the initiative here is going to want to modify Riley's behavior now that he's been cooped up for a little bit. And then we see him over at the initiative trying to get out of bed. He's in pain. He's telling a guard here to stand down. This guard doesn't, which is odd considering that Riley's supposed to be high up, even though he's
Mhm.
22 or 23 years old. He stands down when Forrest orders him to,
Yeah.
which is peculiar, thinking about rank and how that
Mhm.
works. Anyways, at first, Forrest seems to have maybe cooled off. this little jealousy thing he's got going towards Buffy, because it's 100% a jealousy thing for some
Of
strange
course.
reason.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Anyways, Riley then tells him where he's going, though, and it's right back to green with envy. Forrest here, he's worried that what a conjugal visit would do to Riley and the shape he's in, for goodness sakes. Riley tells him he wouldn't understand. Graham shows up. Graham's the peacemaker here, guys. He always seems to be the guy who's there just in time to break these two up. Then he's Riley reminds them all that who's in charge of this thing. Forrest says things are going to change. Forrest, things change. It's like, how is Forrest in charge of anything? It always just drove me nuts. And imagine if Riley was 100%, Forrest Day would not be so good.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you give him a little reminder how things work. Instead, he reminds Riley how hurt they all are, and they're in need of unity here at a crucial time. Their professor / leader fallen. Brendan, for goodness sakes. Riley questions that. They're all family. You sure we're all family here? And then leaves. We go back to Faith having another dream now. This time, she and the mayor are having a picnic.
It was so great to see the mayor
I was
again.
just saying,
Can I just say,
for someone who's supposed to be the worst, like as like in character, not as a character.
I mean,
just a character.
Eric Garner is such a great actor.
What a breath of fresh air it is to see.
The mayor is one of the most amazing characters the show ever created.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course. So fantastic.
Probably the best villain the show ever had too.
I haven't seen all of the show yet, obviously, but he's my favorite villain the show has had.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Again, there's that one in season 5 that's pretty good. Anyways, but yeah, love the mayor. He was fantastic, especially the relationship between him and Faith. So good. Is that like the healthiest relationship possibly in the show? It might be. It might be. Yeah. Giles and Buffy, not always so great.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyways, so the mayor picks up a snake while this thing is going on. I don't know how Faith would get that reference at all. Maybe it's just a thing through the Slayer bloodline and stuff like that. Maybe she doesn't get the reference at all. It's just there to show her, I guess, perhaps. And then Buffy's going to show up once again. This time she slices the mayor's neck and stabs him. And she looks terrifying.
Overkill.
Yeah. Again, another thing, how would she know that Buffy actually kills the mayor? Maybe she's gonna find out in a little bit. Anyways, you see her crawling off. At the end of this thing, you see the Scoobies now patrolling. They're going to find a demon splayed open.
This was my least favorite part of the episode. Surprise, surprise.
I am very stunned by this. Anyways, it's flails out. It's not pretty. Even if this thing was 100% evil demon, there's just some things that you shouldn't have to see. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, he's curious. He's curious like a cat. Adelia. Maybe that's the whole thing. Anyways, Buffy tells him over at Xander's that Adam's studying biology here. Human, demon, whatever. He's just curious. He's a curious guy. Buffy knows that the initiative can't take him down, but she can. She's going to be the one that can do it. I love that Xander asks if hiding in a cabin full of chocolate is going to be part of her plan to take him down here. Buffy says no, and he turns over to Willow and says, "I told you so." Fantastic. So she then tells them of their elaborate plan. They're going to go get Riley here. It's a pretty detailed plan for a guy who just walks in or whatever and says, he's there. But he's a little non-jittery at this point and stuff too. So I guess I don't. It doesn't get explained if he's been getting the drugs again, which would make sense that he's in the hospital, or if the DTs he got just go away pretty quick. Either one
Yeah.
could work. It's not like it's a huge thing or whatever, but I think it's just something they needed to get through the one episode. Anyways, Xander asks if he's been brain chipped, which I think is a good thing to ask. I don't know why it would matter to brain chip Riley. Like, why would they want to take away Riley's strength of all things? But Riley doesn't get it. Sort of apologizes for his actions here. Calls it even. Helps bring down Adam. And Buffy's just relieved he's back. There you go. Now, back to our good pal Faith. Running through a graveyard here. Buffy stalking her. Buffy was like Jason Voorhees in this one. She was just
It's very much like that, yeah.
yeah, it's like just meticulous with her knife. She's just and what is it? The unstoppable force. Is that what it's called? Keeps cutting to Faith in the hospital. She's getting the hardcore like REM and stuff like her eyeballs are just going
Yeah, her
nuts.
eyes were going crazy.
Yeah, she falls into the grave. Then Buffy jumps in after her. But it's going to be Faith who ends up crawling her way out just in time to pose Shawshank style in the rain. Here it is. It's like she went through a sewer pipe full of poop.
Sure.
But it was just a great, maybe just as harrowing because she had to go and fight Buffy at it. Anyways, Faith is awake, which is probably not good news.
No.
Probably not good news right now. Anyways, she's gonna get out of bed. Now, I watched Kill Bill Volume 1 a lot. We all know that anyone who's been in a coma would have very much have atrophied muscles. And I have to remind her, I know that the bride has to remind herself to wiggle her big toe just to get things started with that. But she never had Slayer powers. So I'm going to say the reason why she's able to get up so fast is because she's a superhero, maybe a supervillain. Maybe not as much a hero, but she has the powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she gets up. She's going to start wandering the hall. Poor unfortunate girl walks in, asks for directions. Faith tells her that you know what, I need to get to graduation. Enough of this baloney. The girl's like, well, I don't know how you're going to do that. There's no more Sunnydale High School. And then Faith asks her the date. What happened to the school? She says it was a tragedy. There were so many students that died, and the principal, and the mayor. I wish you would have seen a little more, reaction out of Faith when she heard that the mayor was dead. But then we just see her walking out wearing the school, poor girl's clothing and leaving the hospital. So Buffy and Riley now talking at her dorm shows her the now gross piece of scarf that he's kept with him. Ugh,
Yeah.
that thing is just a sewn up disease.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Yeah. She's beginning to get paranoid of being watched. Admits the initiative might do that kind of thing. She asks what she can do for him. He asks for an order. He's got to wean his way out of this, I guess. He questions if soldiering is the right job for him now. She tells him about Giles and the Watchers and how she quit the council. She made a choice. He can make a choice to go back and change the initiative from the inside or leave it and find a way to fight demons on the outside on his own. He isn't sure it's that simple. It's probably not that simple. She tells even if he isn't a soldier, he's still a good man. Which we'll see about that. She smooches him, then goes chip hunting herself here. Everyone's looking for these chips. Tells him that they're going to kill Adam together, which is sweet. It's a date night.
Yeah, that'd be a date night for them.
You know what we should do? Kill. I was going to say half human, but it's not. Third human, third demon, third robot monster together. How romantic. Orders him to stop torturing himself. She should be one to talk. You know what I mean? Or maybe she's talking about a place of she's been there, done that kind of thing. She knows. Maybe it's easier said than done. Maybe it's just easier said than done. Does he actually follow that order to stop torturing himself? Maybe him and Buffy are more alike than we want to believe here at the beginning. Anyways,
Yeah.
back at the hospital, we see the on duty nurse, Phil, the doctor, and a detective in on the missing patient they got there. The doctor assures the cop that there was no possible way she could have woke up, and then an orderly's going to come in, tell them that there's a victim, that's been beaten and stripped. They both take off, both guys take off to go see this. The nurse is going to make a call. She says, "It's happened. Send the team." Oh boy. A certain council has eyes everywhere. We see
Mm-hmm.
Faith check out the remains of the school. Then she takes a walk downtown. Eventually makes her way over to Giles's front door here. Watches and listens through the front window. This scene sort of reminds me of Angel when he's looking through the window or whatever when Buffy gets or Willow gets the news that Jenny got killed. He's looking through Buffy's window and stuff like that. Same kind of deal. Anyways, we see Riley turn that blaster on with a push of a button.
Yeah.
Xander absolutely amazed by this. Then Faith is going to notice Buffy and Riley getting a little snuggly on a chair here. Willow asks if Professor Walsh left an instruction book for Adam. Riley would try and find out, share what he learns. Says it's the least he can do. Xander, of course, agrees. Then this is where Buffy's going to get a call from the hospital, and then that's that whole thing. Or whatever, bring it back to the Jenny thing.
My favorite part of this is after they have this conversation about Faith and what they have to do in finding Faith. Riley just goes, "So who's Faith?"
Who's Faith? Yeah, fantastic. They have not brought her up.
It's the Who's Clan moment.
Yeah. Anyways, cops can't, they're not sure what to do. Like they say, well, we should call the cops, and they're not sure what they would have to do. They wouldn't know what to do with her if they even caught her, and the council's already failed. When Jesse initiative help out, Xander reminds them, oh yeah, that initiative is evil too. So really, everything is just going to go. It's going to be up to them.
Oh
And
yeah.
this, of course, is where Riley says, "Who's Faith?" So we go back to school the next day. Buffy telling Willow that she told Riley as much of the truth as she can about Faith. Sans a little of the angel-y parts. I don't know why she would cut out some of the angel parts. Maybe the fact that he was just a vampire. You know what I mean? She could have just said her boyfriend. It wouldn't have, it's not like she didn't live a life. But weren't she even knows of one of the guys before him and stuff like that? Anyways, they walk up to that billboard we were mentioning earlier. Faith is there. Lucky thing that Willow and Buffy were walking up to a billboard we've never seen before. And is that what those things are? I don't know if that's where. I don't think test scores are put there. Maybe it's just like a community bulletin.
Nah, it'd be like just like announcements and things, I think.
Yeah, she's kind of more Buffy or more Faith style change of clothing on. She isn't wearing that ridiculous red sweater. Buffy, of course, asks if she's okay. For some reason, Faith, of course, is going to answer that she's 5x5, which Will's going to later say that we have nobody knows what that means. It's like we do know what that means. It means loud and clear. It doesn't make sense why she says it.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know what 5x5 means, anyways. Then she says that waking up from a coma leaves you rested and rejuvenated. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. But she is a Slayer, so it's just Slayer powers. Maybe that's what it does. Now, she's ready for payback now. Ready for another go. She tells Buffy about her dreams. Starts moving. Willow's going to start moving into position here behind her. Is then told to quit it or she's going to lose an arm. Buffy nods her off. Now, the fight is going to start. Willow just hits her with the backpack. Is that what her whole plan was going to be? Like her sneaking around to hit Faith with a backpack? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would imagine she was going to be trying a magic spell of some kind, but why wouldn't she have done that when Faith was otherwise preoccupied with Buffy? You know what I mean? Anyways, she's a little pissed that Buffy's not with Angel, considering that she nearly killed her for him and stuff like that. I don't know if that's necessarily the truth, but it's
I
partially
don't
truth.
think
And,
that.
and, and
I mean, I could see Faith
I was going to
seeing
say,
it that
in,
way.
in Faith's head, I
Yeah.
can see it happening for sure. Instead, she's with some new college guy. Anyways, Faith now says, "You took my life, Buffy. Payback's a bitch." Willow with the good comeback. Look who's talking. I guess what, guys? I don't think Willow and Faith ever got along.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
No, it doesn't seem that way at all. Faith is going to run off, takes out a couple of cops on the way. Buffy gives chase, but then stops at a hedge or that little hedge row fence or whatever. It's like, all right, well, how did she not see? How did Faith just blend in and stuff like that? I don't get it. Anyways, Tara's with Willow now. Willow's told her about Faith and the plan to skedaddle if they see her. They're just going to do some recon, which amuses Tara quite a bit. She says she isn't much for swimming because she's doing this ridiculous fight thing. She means, well, Willow makes fun of Faith, calling her a cleavagey slut bomb that's wicked cool and 5x5. Okay. Tara, this is where Tara's asked about that, isn't she? She has no ideas. Anyways, Willow's going to tell her, don't worry, you're safe with me. And they're going to recon until nightfall, and then they're going to hide, which is a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to hide. We see Xander and Giles patrolling together. Every time you put these two together by themselves, it's going to be fun. Xander believes that he could be a target because of him and the face, history, I guess you could say. Giles only feigning interest at this point. They hear a noise in an alley, which would be, I don't know how rare that would be to hear a noise in an alley, but they go and chase this one down, and oh boy, it's Spike.
Yep.
Yeah, they fill him in on Faith, and then he says, well, he promises that if he does see her, he's going to tell them exactly where they are so she can kill them. And has to remind them that he hates them once again, and tells them just because he can't do the damage doesn't mean he can't point the loose cannon at them, I believe he says. Walks off pretty smug about himself here, with a full description of Faith that Xander gave him at this point. And Xander will just turn to Giles and say, "We're dumb." I think the weird part was doing a lot of work on that.
Yeah.
Xander, we're done. Anyways, Faith is going to walk by that sporting goods store that she and Buffy robbed. She's admiring some of the. Why would they put the knives in the front window of that place? Like, check out our dangerous knives in this town. Anyways, patrol car comes by. She blends seamlessly in with a crowd of college goers, I guess. Dips into an alley. There's a demon there saying it's got a present from somebody or whatever. Sent her a remembrance. And old Faithy just snaps his neck. Like, come on. This guy probably had. There's no reason to believe that this guy wasn't a bad dude at all. Just a delivery man, for goodness sakes, trying to make a better demon life for his demon wife and kids. No, not anymore. It breaks his neck. So I guess she goes to a fix-it shop because this place has a bunch of VCRs and record players and stuff like that. And 2000, I don't know how busy this place would have been, but they had a lot of things over there. But it's a videotape in this package. One of the things. And it's of the mayor. And the only way she was ever going to see this is if he was dead, or this was playing at his museum. And there's a bunch of school children gathered round in terror.
This was so great.
Watching him talk now, but he realizes though, no, I'm probably dead if you're seeing this. But he was hoping that she would wake up to a better place, but he can only do so much. He says with him gone, her days are numbered. So not much faith in old Faithy.
Oh yeah, He just laid it out that like I'm sorry, there's just no place for you now.
Yeah, there is no place in the world for you, Faith.
He's
Not
nothing.
anymore.
He's nothing if not honest.
Yeah,
I mean, that's true.
he's a straight up guy. He's a politician you can stand behind if it wasn't for the demonic murder and
Gee, a
all.
politician is actually a demon. Who heard of that?
Yeah, that's pretty rare. Pretty rare. Anyways, so there isn't a place for her anymore, and that she may feel alone, but she's not alone, guys. She'll always have him. Which is, come on. Oh, and he also gave her a new present. She loves these presents, but she always seems to give them to Buffy. He says a friend forged this neat little gizmo. Says that just because it's over for Faith doesn't mean she can't go out with a bang. So, everyone likes presents. Now, Buffy has to tell Riley how bad Faith is. He says if she's in trouble, he's helping. She says, well, you can't. Points out how injured he is. Says she can't sit idle by, waiting for her to pummel that gal. And that's what Faith did to her. Buffy gives him the little cribs note cheer. He knows that she's been keeping something from him, but Buffy tells him that Faith is superpowered and will be coming after her and the police, and the people that she loves now. We then get a knock on the door at the Summers residence. We see Joyce. Look at all these
Great to
blasts
see
from the
Joyce.
past.
Yes,
Great to
We
see
haven't
Joyce.
seen.
yeah, we haven't seen her in a while.
This is episode what now? 15? 15. This is what
15.
maybe the second time we've seen Joyce. She lives 5 miles from campus.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Buffy doesn't even take the time to get her own mail. We're going to find out here
No.
right away. Anyways, Joyce opens the door. Faith says, hi, Joyce. Then knocks her out. How rude is that?
I mean, it's Faith.
You've
Yeah.
had dinner. They've got you Christmas presents. Ridiculous. Anyways, she doesn't even tie her up or anything like that. Why did she punch her in the face? Anyways, I just think it's pretty rude. She goes through Joyce's makeup. Joyce is just sitting on the bed watching her.
Mm-hmm.
She's going through the makeup. She gets pleasantly surprised that there's a shade called Harlot. Oh, Delia.
Makeup shades have the dumbest names.
They
Can I
do.
just say that?
They do.
Just
Yeah.
have the dumbest names.
Is there a shade called? Oh, there must be a shade called Harlot somewhere.
There has to be, I'm sure, somewhere.
Probably like a gothic kind of purpley black or something like that. I could see that. Anyways, that's her as she looks. So she asks Joyce how she looks. Joyce says psychotic. That
Great answer from Joyce.
Yeah,
Great
doesn't
answer.
Faith though. Like Faith is fine with that. She was going for sultry. She'll take psychotic, which is all right. Anyways, Joyce tells her that Buffy's going to kill her soon. Like, come on, again, Joyce. I don't think that's something that Joyce would say.
I don't think that like if we got into this point with Joyce where Joyce is just like, oh yeah, but my daughter will kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
because Joyce always had issues with all of this stuff. Like, has it gotten to that point now where she's just like,
Joyce only gave Buffy crap for the murders she didn't commit. And there was
true.
Ted, there was the other Slayer. So yeah. She only cares when Buffy doesn't do the crime. You know what I mean? Faith like seeing all this moxie in a woman her age, which is biting. He tells her that in her world, she thinks that Buffy will be crashing through the door to save her right away. But Faith has Buffy's mail pal. She knows. Buffy hasn't come by to see your dear old mom. And, she hasn't given her mom a heads up about Faith even being on the loose right now. Faith says she knows what it's like to feel part of something and have it taken away. Brings up animals and tar pits. But I don't understand that reference at all.
My guess is it's a reference to the La Brea tar pits, but I do not understand why she's making a reference to the La Brea tar pits.
Does she think that people went into the tar pits on purpose just so that their kids wouldn't come to see her? Anyways, I don't know. I have no idea.
Let prehistoric animals fill in.
Yeah.
Well, Joyce wishes that that Faith gets her throat, or that Faith will slash her throat here. Like, she's had enough. It's a 5-minute conversation. She's like,
Joyce is just done.
I've had it. Yeah. Faith tells her that Buffy doesn't care about her anymore. She's too busy with her new boy toy to care about the people that matter. One, I don't think Buffy's even told her about Riley yet, is she?
Probably not.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Buffy's going to bust in. Not through the front door, Faith. Through the second-story window.
Yeah, that was weird. How did she do that?
Yeah, she. Well, we know she can jump. She can jump pretty good, but
I love it. She just jumps through the second-story window and then is like, "Hi, Mom," and then beats up Faith.
Does the Summers house have like a window company on retainer?
They would have to at this point, I think.
They have had so many broken windows in that
like,
place.
What's the excuse Joyce gives them? Is it like kids playing baseball next door?
Yeah.
And the ball was about the size of a 5'2" girl. You know what I mean? Like this thing, it took out the whole thing. And the glass is coming inside. They can't say something fell on the outside like the last time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, with all the zombies. Anyways. So here comes Buffy crashing in. She says hi to Joyce. She says, "Hi, Mom." She says, "Hi." Fight's on, guys. Now again, Faith is going to bring up Riley. Buffy says she's not his type. He's not big on sleaze. Like, okay. Sticks and stones, ladies. Sticks and stones. More fighting. Buffy tells Faith that the boyfriend Angle's tired, which is true. And more fighting. Buffy tells Faith they wanted to forget her. There's a big vase that's around, or vase? I don't know. Would it be vase or vase for something that big?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, doesn't matter. More fighting. Giles is going to get home, finds another Englishman in his home, says, "Hello, Rupert." Oh, they're familiar. I think Giles probably knows every Englishman in the world right now. Then the guy lights a smoke up in his living room. The most rude thing you can do. You know what I mean? Like, you could punch somebody who's welcomed you into their home for Christmas without even saying hello. You know what I mean? But light a smoke up? Come on. Ridiculous. Anyways, we're going to get back to the Summers household. Guess what? Fighting. More fighting. We're going to hear some sirens now. The fight's going to enter the living room. Doors and tables are going to get smashed. What kind of door gets smashed, Adelia?
Glass door.
Glass door. Oh my god. They just love all the people over there in Window Town or whatever they have in Sunnydale. Just rubbing their hands together. Can't wait for a good old Summers family.
Might have to completely replace that entire door.
The door's got to go. Let's hope they don't get a glass table now as well. You know what's going to happen to that? You can get storm windows, guys. It's ridiculous. It'll shatter the guy's hand before it shatters the glass. Only thing that could break a storm window or that hurricane glass or whatever, Adelia?
What?
Porcelain.
Porcelain?
Yeah. It can take a beating from anything but, the kitchen sink or whatever. It's like porcelain breaks a hurricane glass. I don't know why. No, there you go. Weird. Here, thank you guys for watching Snark's Science Corner here on the Rewatchers Council. Anyways, they're fighting. The stuff is going to smash. Faith is going to put that little gizmo on and grab Buffy's hand. There's a light that glows. Whenever a light glows, we know it's bad news. It's going to be bad news for somebody. They look at each other all weird. Buffy then knocks Faith out. Joyce comes down, asks if she's okay, then asks what that gizmo is. Buffy's just going to say, "Oh, it's a weapon of some kind." She's going to smash it. Says it didn't work anyways. The cops finally show up, bang on the door. Buffy says Faith is now their problem. Joyce asks again if she's okay. Buffy takes a beat. Says 5 by 5 and cocks her head. All super creepy. Oh boy. Guys, we got a Freaky Friday going on. But that'll be it for this episode. It's going to continue. There's a part 2 Of course, it's a different name. There's another case of these guys having a two-part episode and a different name. This next one, of course, Who Are You? Who Are You is going to be the episode we cover next week here on Rewatchers Council. Guys, it has been what an absolute pleasure it's been talking to the both of you. First off, Brendan Marr, for goodness sakes, tell people what you're up to here on the good old internets.
You can find me on Blue Sky, bluesky.social.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube at Page Turners They Were Not.
Very good. Adelia Chamberlain, back at the Rewatchers Council for the long haul. We won't be missing another episode for quite some time because, oh, wait a minute, won't be here. She's on assignment. She's on assignment next week, but we're so glad that we had her back for this week. Adelia, in the meantime, until the next time you're here on the Buffy Rewatchers Council, tell everyone what you'll be up to on our good old Let's Get Ready network.
Well, I'll be on the Angel episode of the Rewatchers Council tomorrow. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific. We're changing the times of when we're releasing some of the shows. This show staying live Thursdays 3. This show staying live Thursdays 3 p.m. Pacific. But the Angel and MCU Rewatchers Councils will be at 5 p.m. Pacific on Friday and Saturday, respectively. Speaking of Saturday, this Saturday, Avengers: Age of Ultron. On the MCU Rewatchers Council. It should be me, Matt, Justin, and Ferris talking about that, I believe. So check that one out. And then over on the Good Friends Better Rivals channel soon, Snark and I will be back with Starting 11 on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, live on. We got a Premier League season coming up. Arsenal still doesn't have a striker.
Well, by the time people watch Angel tomorrow, they very well could, because there's a certain someone in town for a medical, I believe, in North London.
I'm hoping.
You got to do something, and if that doesn't work, my goodness,
shoot me.
Well, no, they'll be shooting somebody else.
Yes,
the guy who's been managing the club, number 2. Now, we'll also be covering the World Champions, by the way, on the Starting 11. World Champions for the next 4 years. I'll never, ever let anybody forget it. I'll never let anyone.
No one cares about the Club World Cup. No one cared about it before. They don't care about it now.
The people who don't get invited never care. I'm just kidding.
I don't want to be invited to that. I'd rather my players have rest.
Yeah. Well, $100 million is pretty good.
Okay.
$100 million is.
Yeah, but I don't get that $100 million, and the players don't get that $100
million.
Wait
a minute.
The club gets that $100 million.
What?
So, yeah.
I don't get a single penny?
No, you don't.
All right, forget it. Who cares? Now, this weekend, we got LGRN After Snark. Danny and I will be talking about a certain Superman movie that came out recently. We're going to see
nice.
how we think the new start to this DC universe has kicked off and stuff like that. Can't wait to talk about that. We talked Rewatchers Cancel Angel. That's Fridays next week. We'll be back here live to talk to you about Buffy Part 2. Who Are You? And until then, in the words of Joyce Summers, have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later.